Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today we're going to be replacing a front strut on a 2006 to 2012 Toyota RAV4. Doesn't matter which engine you have, but it does matter when you're buying the shock, the strut, because the spring, if it's a 6-cylinder, is a little heavier than the 4-cylinder. Or if you have a sport suspension, it's a little stiffer. The spring, again, is stiffer than the base model. So when you're ordering the parts, the spring usually, or the strut when it comes all complete, you have to make sure which vehicle you're working on. But to remove it, no matter what it is the same procedure. First thing we're going to do is take off the tire, and then I'm going to lift it up so you can get a better view of what's going on. All right, so now getting the wheel off, those are 21 millimeter lugs. Over here, this bolt's 22 millimeter. All right, this bracket over here is 14 millimeter, the same as this one over here, 14 millimeter, and this is 17 millimeter. This is probably the most difficult one because these things love to spin. It does have an area where you can put an Allen key and use an open end wrench, but you know, that's when they're brand new. When they're like this, we're going to see how we're going to get that off. All right, what you could do, and then once you replace the strut, you're going to have to get a wheel alignment. Anytime you touch and disturb suspension or steering parts, you always have to get a wheel alignment, so keep that in mind, especially if your tires are new. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off completely. This one I'm going to just keep it loose because you don't want it to drop because we have to go on the top and loosen those bolts. I like to put a lock wrench on one side so it doesn't spin. And actually, you take these off first so nothing falls and pulls on these. And I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to continue it. All right, so that's what I did. Like I said, I just left this one in here right now. Disconnected this. This little thing goes over here. All right, now everything's out of the way nice. And it moves. So now we're going to go to the top, take those bolts out, and then we'll take this. Oh, no, we got to do this one. All right, let me do this one and see how that goes. Okay, so basically, this is a 6 millimeter Allen key. It goes in the center, and you use a 17 millimeter to crack it loose. That's Ugats. That never works. Never know. Maybe when they're brand new. With all the rust here, this thing just strips out. And if you can grab it in the back somehow, but you're going to ruin the boot, or maybe if you can grab it with a small lock wrench and spin it off with an impact, it may come off. But other than that, you're just going to have to cut it off. All right, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it. I tried this already. It doesn't look like it wants to go. They never do. So I'm going to try to get it in the back without ruining the boot, and I'll let you know what I did. Okay, what I ended up doing is grabbing it, moving the boot out of the way, all right, with a fork or something, grabbing it as tight as you can. And then once you have it as tight as you can, you hold the vice grip and pull it towards you so it even wedges it more, and you're going to have to use an impact. And I got it out. All right. If that doesn't work, or if you don't have an impact, you can try. It already stripped out here. I tried it that way. They always do. And either you can cut it off, which that's going to be a pain in the neck. You got to buy a new one. But that's basically the only way to get it off. You still got to deal with the one down there. So when you're doing this job, I would tackle this bolt first. And like I said, an impact gun is the way to go with this one. All right, and then we got 14 millimeters, these three. You take those nuts out, and then we're gonna go back down, take off that big one, and just slide it out. All right, and now it's loose. Just gonna take off this bolt and just take it off. And there that's out. And the best way to get the correct one, like I said in the beginning of the video, you could always check the part number. If it's a factory part, you go by that. That's the best way because, like I said, this spring can be different thicknesses. And that's basically it. And you reverse the procedure of the removal. All right, I'm doing other things, so I can't do that right now, but it's very easy. What you do, sometimes it's easy to have two people, one guy on the top with nuts getting ready, and you slide it in. All right, make sure it's in line with this. Make sure this is like this. So it slides there, they can grab it, then you just slide in here and bolt it all down. All right, guys, Motorcarnut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions pertaining to this video, leave them below. I answer all my questions, try to help everybody out. I appreciate all the comments and positive feedback from all over the world. I really do. Thank you, and see you guys in the next video.